Hey everyone, Turtle here with a quick update for patch 1.06 for Wolcen that dropped on February 26th. The full patch notes will be in the link in the description below if you guys want to take a look at that. I'm not going to go over every little detail if you guys want to read that for yourselves. There were a few buffs, nerfs, and a lot of bug fixes. The nerfs that happened were to crit damage dealers. Crit damage was nerfed globally, roughly around 5%. These nerfs were implemented in the passive nodes as well as some of the modifications for certain skills. The buffs that were implemented were for summoners. All of the summoning abilities received huge health boosts, as well as a rework for the AI for summoning abilities. So now the minions should be acting a lot smarter. 2 glitches were actually removed from the game. One being the gold glitch, which I think they removed perfectly, as well as implemented a quick fix in terms of the gold economy. The biggest thing I wanted to actually discuss was the uniques being rolled as legendary fix that they removed. This was never implemented and was a bug that was found that I believe was an actual positive. What this bug actually did was allow people who had uniques to roll the item rarity back down to a legendary item, which gave it the ability to be socketed by gems, as well as give it 5 additional affixes, which I believe was a little bit out of line. I don't think 5 additional affixes was necessary. I do believe that uniques should have the option for us to insert gems into them. I don't understand why they're not socketable. That completely destroys their viability endgame. A lot of the uniques currently in the game right now are very underpowered and underutilized. So I feel that converting them to a legendary made them something that was sought after, just because we had the potential to make them better. An implementation they could have done for this was actually let us roll these as legendary items, give us the ability to socket them with gems, but only give 1 to 2 additional affixes on the item. This way it would have given maybe 1 or 2 more affixes than a legendary item, which would have made them better, because in terms of item quality, uniques are the best in the game, but currently don't feel like it. If you honestly get a unique right now in the end game, you don't feel a sense of satisfaction, because most of the time they won't be replacing whatever legendary slots that you have equipped. So there needs to be something done about that, and the devs have pretty much heard the feedback in terms of how weak uniques currently are in the game, as well as how happy people were that this bug existed in the game, allowing us to re-roll or socket unique items actually. So they removed this completely from the game, and they said that they're going to revisit it based on the feedback. I just wanted to give some possibilities in implementations of this system, just because this bug actually made getting a unique in the end game something that made you feel happy. Right now, getting a unique in the game doesn't feel great, and that kind of sucks, being the best tiered item in the game. Another implementation is using the reagents to manually add the additional 1 or 2 affixes after you upgraded them to a socketable item. So for example, if you had an apex drop for you and you increase the rarity of it so you can socket it, give it the ability to roll an additional 2 stats, but we have to use reagents to add those 2 stats ourselves. So that way it would give us an actual reason to keep grinding and actually give us a reason to keep uniques. So I feel those could be 2 possibilities that they could implement, but currently the removal of that is understandable, but at the same time kind of kills the end game right now because there isn't any joy in actually getting a unique. So hopefully the devs are listening and they fix this and re-add it real soon, because I can see the end game grind being very boring real soon without this implementation.